SR is finally being reset. Everything is changing in Overwatch 2 Season 9, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Hi everybody, my name is Abby. In today's video, we'll be breaking down the Overwatch 2 Season 9 trailer and all the stuff that happens inside of it. And I'll be digging deep into it and explaining the changes, as well as talking about like my opinions on everything that's coming. So to start us off, the first highlight of the trailer is the full competitive rework. We've been waiting on this for a long time. More transparency, better accuracy at placing players is something that we've needed since the inception of Overwatch 2, and we're finally getting it. Rank reset is also coming. You can see on this little animation over here, the different characters, like they have different ranks, but it doesn't matter where you were, they're stripping you of that rank, and you are going to start with placements just like everybody else. Now, I don't actually know how many placements we're going to have to play, but I'm actually very excited for this. I've not been taking rank seriously for a while, and if this system is actually pretty good, I might genuinely be taking ranked at least semi-seriously again, and try my level best to go up the ranks and things like that. But anyways, that's the first thing, that's the main highlight, and I'm genuinely hoping that this is really good. So this is point number 1 from Blizzard. So they have one positive point. Next point is going to be talking about the Jade or Emerald new weapons, and I'm going to have to say this is the biggest disappointment I've seen from Overwatch in a pretty long time since the PvE was cancelled, at least in my opinion. This was our next stage of evolving the competitive rewards, and while they've shown that they could do weapon skins, these weapon variations, the gold has been nice, but I'm not going to lie, this green, jade, emerald, whatever you want to call it, this is utterly disappointing. The texturing, the coloring, the shine is the same as the gold one. It really just feels like all they did was color swapped excuse me, it feels like all they did was color swapped the gold into green, and it just looks really bad. Like it looks really bad. At this point, they should have just done like a dark red color, because there's very few places where this green is even going to look good. And I really wish they, instead of showcasing it on Mauga and Doomfist, who like the color scheme just looks really horrible with their default colors, is if they put it on some characters like Genji or Orisa, where they do have a lot more green going on in their color scheme. So one negative point over here. Moving on, we have a Pharah rework that's coming. Now, we've discussed the leaks about the Pharah rework, and it seems like, she'll be getting it. They kind of like highlighted her in this little trailer. Now, we didn't really get to see any of the rework gameplay. She pretty much just did her usual, jump jet into the sky, into a barrage, into grav. So yeah, the new rank champion is also coming through, which looks very interesting. We'll talk about that a little bit more in the future videos. Next up is our first event. I believe the game will start with this event. It is solving a cosmic crisis with a bunch of misfits teaming up with the Moira. So I'm not going to lie, nobody really knows if this is supposed to be some sort of like a PvE event or a PvPvE event. Like, what is this? We don't necessarily know. So it's something that has a bit of mystery going on behind it, which is nice. It's nice to be like it's nice to kind of be locked behind like not knowing certain things. So that's fine by me. I welcome that. New battle pass skins. So we got the Cthulhu Torbjorn, which looks amazing. Then okay, so I actually really like this skin, but why are we not sticking to the theme of the battle pass? Like, how is this supposed to be an Eldritch Horror skin, Blizzard? Like Season 5 and Season 6, they did a pretty good job, if I'm not mistaken, of sticking to the theme of the Battle Pass. Season 5 was the whole fantasy, Dungeons and Dragons, like, fantasy, like, that type of theme, and they were able to stick to it. Season 6 was the lore season, so like lots of like, Omnic-inspired skins and lore-ish skins were in there. But now circling around the past season and this season, they've done kind of a really poor job in sticking true to the theme of the battle pass. Like, now for what it's worth, I actually really like this ramen cupped bastion. I think he looks amazing. Like, this is one of the best design skins in the game, man. I say this for a lot of things because like the art team at Blizzard, who unfortunately a majority of them have been let go of, they've done a phenomenal job. This is some of their final work, so this looks amazing. But like this is something that I would rather have in the shop, like the shop being just like random skin drops with some themes, while the entire battle pass follows the theme of the season. Now, going on to the next battle pass skin, we have a Winston skin, which again, it looks okay, but again, I ask this question, like, what is the Eldritch Horror here? It feels so out of place, you know? And they have to stop doing this. Again, they could put this in the shop or something, you know? It just feels weird. Now, then we transition over into a Sigma skin, which is pretty much an Eldritch Horror skin. He's got all the, you know, octopuses, tentacles, the, like, scary mask going on and everything. So over here, the consistency continues, and then we drop onto Illari, Widowmaker, and May. You know, sorry, in one of my community posts on Twitter, I said that this was Sojourn, but I was so sleepy I didn't realize it was actually Illari. So, you know, we have an Illari, May, and Widow skin. The Widow skin looks like, I think all three of these, with maybe May being the exception, but I'm not entirely sure. I think all three of these are supposed to be epics. Like, I don't see how Widow or Sojourn pass as a legendary skin, because you can clearly see like their default looks on the skins, and none of the weapon models have swapped either, as far as what I can make on the screen. Now, the May skin, I'm a little bit worried because it reminds me of one of our Halloween skins. There's some things that I'm noticing here, but maybe that's just because this is really dark and it's harder to make her out. But for what it's worth, these skins are okay. There's no big wow factor in here. Again, I guess Illari and Widow are supposed to be on the free track, and they're the like recolors. They're okay. Like they're definitely okay. Nothing much more to say. The May skin is just okay as well. I'm okay with them. Like they're mid. Nothing too over the top. Now, this is where things get a bit interesting. So we go to the new shop skins, and it's just recolors. Like, here's Kiriko, which I'm going to assume is going to be an epic skin, most likely called Sakura or whatever, I don't know. But it is just a pink recolor of her. Now, for what it's worth, they at least went out their way to give her a new texture on her dress, or kimono, or whatever, like, you know, the way they designed this one. So I do like it. I do like the skin. But like, then you come over to the other recolors. Now this Ryan recolor, I think Kiriko and Reinhardt will be like the Valentine's Day, like, you know, bundle, the, like, you know, the pink skins and everything. But then you come over to the other shop skins, and this is the most pathetic recolor I've ever seen in my life. This Baihu Genji skin is such a disrespect. They couldn't even be bothered to change the middle logo into red or golden, and they just kept it blue, and it just ruins the skin. And not even that, like, there's no texture swap on this, there's no new effects. It's just like they pissed on the skin and they were like, yeah, these Genji people will buy anything. You know, usually I do, like, if I like a recolor, I'll buy it as long as I feel like it meets my criteria. But this is just not something that I can support. This is utterly garbage. And continuing with that trend over here, we come down to like a purple-ish recolor of one of Lucio's Halloween skins and one of Diva's New Year skins in pink. Again, just really disappointing, because they're telling us that these are new, but all three of these, or even Kiriko in this case, and even Reinhardt, 5 of these skins are recolors. Where's the new Blizzard? Now, there is one thing that happens later that I have a theory on. It's basically, any season we have a collab, the art team kind of slows down. The art team kind of begins to slow down, and like, you can see that they were putting more time in the collab skins rather than the rest of, you know, the season. Still, what I'm really upset about is the fact that none of those skins that we have just seen follow the theme of the Eldritch Horror. Now, a skin that kind of follows that theme is the new Lifeweaver Biblically Accurate Angel skin. This is an insane skin. Lifeweaver skin has been like all over the place. The Cleric Lifeweaver skin has been top tier, but we finally have a new Lifeweaver skin, which is amazing. Love the way the gauntlet looks as well, and it just looks gorgeous. Not much to say there. Now, this is something that I'm actually very excited about, because I usually play in the 3-stack, and just in general, this looks really fun. So this is the new Hero Mastery Tower Defense Mode Gauntlet, and this looks really fun. Like, this looks like a really nice way to, like, you know, if you have like a little bit of time to just pop in with your friends, run around, do some PvE. So this is really exciting. We have a look at the Hanzo, you know, Cupid Hanzo, and then a new like Reaper skin where he's all about the hate. So a contrast to the Hanzo is Reaper, which is really cute and interesting. We have another look at just basic gameplay of, like, this is, I feel like people miss this detail. They're showing people playing together from all sorts of different ranks. So this is that wide queue system that they were talking about. And that's going to be it for the trailer as far as Overwatch 2 the champion season goes. And you know, this is a very big step forward for Overwatch. Like, they're taking a big risk. We know that the patch notes were leaks were real. We know that everything is about to change, and whether it's going to be good or bad, we won't know until we get it into our hands. I'm reserving judgment, but you bet your ass that in the next few days after this comes out, I'm going to give my breakdown of what I think of this patch. Guys, let's keep our chins up. Let's reserve judgment. Let's be a little bit fair. Let's see what they've been cooking in the background, and then let's talk about it on this channel. For what it's worth, tell me, what do you think about Overwatch 2 Season 9 Champions from the trailer? Are you excited? Are you not excited? Was there anything that you liked or anything you disliked? Let me know in the comment sections down below. And as always, if you want to support me for free, hit like and subscribe. Helps with the algorithm. If you want to support me financially, use the super chat. It means the world. Thank you so much. I will see you in tomorrow's video.